fucking piece of creeps. Originally, I said Power Book 4 was trash, thought the series was rubbish. I seen episode 3 of season 2, though, and was like, well, hold on. And then I seen episode 4, and I was like, yo, this shit is out of control. I mean, I don't even know where to start. Like, when I first seen Jannar sniffing that crack, I was like, yo, this nigga look like Lamar from BMF. Y'all remember when that nigga was sweating on that couch, dropping the crack pipe on the floor, and me came and put the gun to his forehead? He's like, get this nigga some more crack. I was like, this nigga Jannar. And then, I mean, there's no such thing as parental structure in the Power universe. It doesn't exist. I mean, Ghost and Tariq can no control at all. Monet and the Tejadas, she got no control over them kids. Rock and Kanan, again, like, bro, look what happened. We see how Kanan turns out to fucking be when he grows up. Yo, there is no such thing as parental structure in the Power universe. And Walter Flynn is the prime example of that shit, man. Like, yo, Walter Flynn and the Flynn family make the Tejada family look like the Cosby Show family, nigga. Like, come on now. Bro, Walter, I feel so bad for you, but not really. You don't even know what's fucking coming. Like, yo, you over there, you stumbling, you got all these health issues, you can barely breathe. My nigga, Walter, your henchman out there, Paulie, he out there doing little side quests, he begging for more time. Say, hey, Walter ain't got the funds right now, but he'll have him soon. Begging for leniency. Like, nigga, he got you looking softer than a $40 pillow. Walter, your kids are trying to kill you. Oh my god, like, it is just so crazy. Tommy caught a fucking body in the bathroom at a zoo. I mean, like, yo, shit is just out of fucking control. Like, I thought this shit was trash, but I ain't gonna lie. I'm this close to fucking getting a lifetime subscription to Stars.
If he gets wind of it, there's a bullet for each of us.
Not if we kill him first.
And I gotta give my man's Top Notch to watch a like and make sure I sub to him. And I also hate Claudia Flynn. She's the type of girl to be like, instead of saying the word bitch, she'd be like, biatch.
How do you handle snitches here in Chicago? Because in New York, we bury them.
Well, you deserve to die. Welcome.
Bro, and then one last thing. Somebody tell that nigga D-Mac put that fucking gun down and pick up a goddamn book. Yo, that nigga's like the Black Einstein. What's he doing in the streets?
Back, Top Notch Gang. Power Book 4 Season 2 Episode 4. This episode was a good one, to say the least. And one thing about Power, they always are going to end their episodes off on a banger, and that's what we got within this one. So of course, you guys know what we do here: recap and break down everything that happened within each and every episode every week. And then coming up, we of course make theories and predictions based off the storylines and how we see them playing out going forward. And one already coming true, we gotta dive of course into the Flynn family within this episode. I literally just made a video talking about the Flynn family starting their own civil war within each other to fight for power and control for the Flynn organization. We got a lot of hints and
Yo, shout out this nigga know in the comment section, like, yo, his audio sound like it got sliced in half. Like, this side sound good as fuck, and this side sound like it's whispering in my ear. Like, yo, should I say, like, yo, blood, your audio sound fucked? Like, nah, that's messed up. That's messed up.
Details towards that, with Claudia even talking about killing Walter Flynn. So you know we got to talk about that. Then you guys know every recap we start off with
And also, y'all cannot say I did not call that shit Lil. You go look at the last video I made. I said it's about fucking time for us to see, you know, a fucking parent smoking on a kid or vice versa.
hard, cause this nigga can't get right. He gotta be the worst boss connect or anything in Power Universe history. So we gotta start off with that nigga and his whole shit within this episode, cause his team not fucking with him no more. He's fucking ruining everything and he's spiraling out of control, and I think it's just gonna get worse and worse from here. And you guys know we of course gotta end off with Tommy, Diamond, and D-Mac and Tommy. Well, D-Mac, besides Tommy is pretty much everyone's favorite character. D-Mac though is my favorite character besides him, and he put in work within this episode. We saw at the end of episode 3, Tommy gave JP a gun to protect himself, and D-Mac went and took it, and within this episode he used that bitch. So we're gonna dive into the details of that once again.
Yo, to be real with you though, when I seen him take that gun, like, I thought it was probably gonna be something like how we seen in BMF when Detective Bryant's son took the gun, and we seen the last episode he ended up popping the bully that was fucking with him all season. Like, nah, not book 4, nigga. They with the shits. Like, yo, he took the gun he took the gun last episode. He used that shit this episode. Like, yo, nigga, like within one episode, episode 3 he took the gun. Episode 4, this nigga caught a body. He's smoking on a cop too, nigga. Like, yo, what that nigga Immortal Technique say? He said, oh, excuse me. That nigga said, he said, you ain't shit till you kill a cop, nigga. Bro, but it was a black cop named Seamus. What nigga you know named Seamus? Sound like a police officer.
Once again, you guys can leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know any of the theories, predictions you have or you would like to see me talk about. Also, for my The Chi fans, mid-season finale is tonight. That video,
I've never seen that show ever.
So be on the lookout for that. I already got my thumbnail. I'm hyped for that episode. But back to Power Book Force. Once again, a lot of shit went on within this episode, and I'm here to break it down and recap everything, and also give a few hints and details of how things could continue to play out. Also, I think the trailer for episode 5 already dropped, so I might have a section diving into that on its own as well.
I seen it. It's not even really it's not even really like a trailer. It's like just like clips. It's like, you know, this nigga Walter like loading up a shotgun, you know, looking like a farmer fresh out the barn. And then, you know, it's like Claudia, you know, she's hugging Vic and, you know, she's crying and she's holding the gun too. And, you know, we see Tommy in some yellow room. Like I said, it was very, very like subtle. Like they ain't really tell us nothing. So I don't know what this nigga gonna be like, you know, like digesting, you know, because there's a lot of these power detectives on here. I mean, like these niggas be solving the goddamn case, nigga, before the episode even come out. But not with this little promo they gave. They gave us like a little 16-second promo. This shit just I don't know. But anyway,
so we could get a few more hints and details. We also have to talk about Tommy getting closer to Maria, is her name? Getting closer to Miguel's sister. So that's going to play a big important factor later on in the story as well. Also him getting followed by the fucking law enforcement this entire episode, having no idea. I swear, bro. So they're getting closer and closer. And
yeah, I'm telling you now, like they must have sent they B-list cops on the job to follow Tommy. Yo, these niggas, Tommy wasn't even driving the car. Like the Mexican bitch, not Liliana. What was her name? Maria. Yo, literally, she fucking just first day on the fucking stick shift. Like Tommy's teaching her to drive a stick shift, and she wound up like outmaneuvering the police. Like they couldn't keep up with her. They out there scratching their heads. Like, God damn it, man, these are some professional criminals. Like, yo, the CPD, them niggas is sorry.
And on Vic, CBI, Tommy, all of them. So we got to pay a closer attention to that. Once again, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and let's get right into it.
Do you want a satisfying, remote-friendly job that pays well?
Yes.
Become a software engineer in only 10 months through
10 months, nigga. That's a long time. So this nigga will be like in 10 minutes.
Once again, we always start with this nigga Gennard.
God, bro, this nigga Gennard.
He can't do anything correctly.
Yeah, I'm telling you, yo, preach, my nigga, preach!
Run a team, he can't control a business. He got so many fucking problems. So, we saw at the end of episode 3, he killed Lil K. Of course, Lil K tried to shoot back at Tommy because Tommy killed Chewie. So that whole situation went on, and now all his boys, his team, Treason, they're looking at this nigga, trying to figure out where Lil K at. This nigga just lying, keeping it from him. Not to mention he's doing heroin and doing all their product. He's
sniffing that rock.
It with baby powder and shit now.
Yeah, I totally forgot this nigga was splicing the drugs too. I'm telling you, he was looking like Professor X and Powerpuff Girls. And he's like chemicals, or what was that? Sugar, spice, and everything not nice, nigga. Like, bro, this nigga Gennard, that's a foul nigga. He's telling the crackheads baby powder.
Makeup for the product he's doing. Also, he went to Miguel. He couldn't fucking pay him his money. He didn't come for re-up, so he's fucking up over there, and he still has problems with the Serbs because
yo, Miguel was about to leave that nigga looking like Nick Fury from the Avengers. He told that nigga, he said, you know, maybe you might see a little bit better if I cut one of them eyes out.
The territories he promised them at the end of season 1 are occupied by Tommy and Diamond, so he couldn't even give them that. So he still has problems with these Serbs as well. So literally, bro has no fucking ally unless you
that nigga in the mix
fucking with Shanti, but she's obviously just using that nigga. No way she can't see how.
Yo, I thought that was the girl who played Jukebox when I first seen her. And tell me if I'm tripping, but that kind of looked like her.
stupid this dude is. So within this episode, once again, he's just doing a boatload of product. He killed Lil K, and now his team or people within Treason found out and basically have
I think they actually had a Lil K t-shirts in this episode, but I might be wrong.
his team left this nigga and disbanded. He got in a whole fight. They didn't jump this nigga, and he's just spiraling more and more and more out of control. And I don't see how it gets any better for him anytime soon. Like we saw in
All right, my bad to keep interjecting, but I'm telling you, Jannard is gonna have to end up going back and working with Diamond and Tommy, bro. No matter what, this nigga is losing it, bro. Like this nigga's own crew, they was flipping this nigga off. He's like, yo, where y'all going? Like, yo, suck my dick, bitch, nigga.
in earlier this season, he tried to go partner up with Claudia. Wasn't happening. He's not fucking with Diamond and them. He really has no allies and everyone against him. He has so many enemies. Even his own team doesn't trust this nigga because he has so many fuck ups and makes so many fucking mistakes over and over and over again. Like I legitimately can't think of one thing he did correctly this season. It's just so funny. I don't know what he could do to get out of this spiraling out of.
Yo, working for Jannard is like the equivalency of working for that nigga Fousey Tube. Like, yo, just some out of control nigga who fucking telling the police, like, yo, bro, I'll bend you over and have my way. Like, yo, I could definitely see Jannard off the heroin having maybe a little bit of dialect like that.
Out of control, like it just gets worse and worse and worse. I think eventually Tommy and Diamond are just gonna be able to take the whole territory that this nigga has, because
oh yeah,
sooner or later he's not gonna be able to maintain it. The Serbs already out to kill this nigga. Miguel already threatened to kill this nigga within this episode, so it's just getting worse and worse and worse from him. He needs to go back to Diamond. He needs to go back and get help. It's so funny he wanted to be his own man and own boss, but he's so bad at it, like just like drastically bad. Like once again I said in the intro, he's probably the worst boss connector anything in Power Universe history, and that's saying a lot because we had a many bosses, many connects, and many people trying to get power and control, and this nigga.
Yo, that's a fact, bro. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this nigga make Mecha look like that nigga Thor from the Avengers, bro. Like, yo, he really, yo, Jannard is a fucking boss compared to Mecha as a boss. Jannard make Mecha look like he got superpowers, my nigga. Like, I'm just keeping it all the way P with you. Like, yo, working for this nigga Jamar, I mean, it's not Jamar. Working for this nigga Jannard, I mean, like, god damn it, bro. Like, how do we even compare that shit, bro? I mean, like, yo, this nigga is tweaking half the time. This nigga doing the product. This nigga telling, hey, bro, just try to sell these niggas some baby powder. Like, nigga, what? Like, yo, bro, I'm telling you, bro, it sounds like you would have more success ringing niggas up at Walmart. Let's just be honest.
Nigga actually got it and did absolutely nothing with it. But you guys let me know where you see his character going, how you think they fix him, if he gets better, because currently, bro, is probably he's the funniest because he's fucking up everything.
Yo, this nigga Jannard taking control is like that nigga Krillin taking control of the Dragon Ball Z fighters. It's like if Goku was out of town and Krillin was like, yeah, don't worry, guys. I know this major threat is coming to destroy the planet, but I've got us. Just follow my lead. Like, yo, are you following a bald nigga with 6 dots on his head? Like, I think that nigga Krillin is like 3'7".
Everything, but he's the worst at doing what he's supposed to be doing.
Oh my god, these ads.
Most people have no clue that in 2023, the best way to make money on Amazon is not with physical products.
Yo, why is this nigga walking with somebody's package through the middle of a fucking forest?
I want to jump into the Tommy, Diamond, and D-Mac shit second, actually. I usually save the best shit for last, but I'm too excited to talk about this. So, within this episode, Tommy kept blurring around, walking around, and seeing Diamond, of course, talking to Sheamus, not knowing who he is. He thinks
a nigger named Sheamus. Imagine come on! A nigger named Sheamus in Chicago? Bro, that's crazy!
fucking Diamond is snitching, basically giving this nigga information about him, and Tommy pulls out a gun, threatens to kill Diamond, calls him a snitch, shit like that, and Diamond finally comes clean about what's going on. Of course, he's
Hey, see, now I wanted to compare Tommy and Diamond to that Ghost and Tommy relationship, because obviously, like, Tommy would be the ghost of this operation, but, yo, I know Ghost and Tommy was pulling guns on each other, but, I mean, come on, man, like, yo, like, give this nigga a break, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I kind of I fuck with what Tommy's doing, but at the same time, I don't like all the way how he treated Diamond because like he treating Diamond the same way Ghost used to treat him. But I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Y'all let me know in the comment section.
He's paying Sheamus because his sister was on
Sheamus.
drugs. Now she's ill, and he's giving.
Yeah, I swear to God, if my mom would have named me Sheamus, I would have crawled back in the womb and had to be born again. Be like, "Give me a new name, nigga. What's poppin'?"
Him money basically to fund her medication and everything like that. So he's been doing this for a while now, and now Tommy's told
Sheamus,
him
that's a
he's
dirty
gonna cut that
cop.
shit short. They gonna have a meeting, a negotiation, fix all this because they're not just about to keep giving him free money, shit like that. So Tommy's plan was basically to get information within the CPD about them, to get information about what's going on within the organization. If they know about Tommy, Diamond, CBI, the Flans, everything like that, he wanted access to information. Now Sheamus was kind of bugging. I'm not gonna lie, he was tweaking out within this episode or within that scene, I guess you.
Hey, I mean, my man's top notch, not wrong. Like, hey, that nigga Sheamus, that nigga must have made a stop by Jannar's place before he came through to this meeting. Because, I mean, yeah, this nigga was fucking bugging for sure. I mean, this nigga was fucking bouncing around. This nigga couldn't be still, scratching his fucking hand, he pulling the gun out and putting it away and then pulling it back out again. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Sheamus! If you Sheamus, like, yo, that's like an Irish heritage. Like, yo, like, ain't you supposed to be lucky? Nigga, how you get clipped by a minor?
Guess you could say, pulled out a gun on them and threatened to kill both of them. And when that happened, this nigga D-Mac walked down the stairs, popped this nigga. Now, once again,
Sent that
D-Mac,
nigga,
besides
put that nigga on a t-shirt. Sent that nigga to Jesus. Get his funeral preparations ready. That last one ain't hit right. Like I said, bro. Like I said, hey, this nigga, he used to live in downtown Chicago. Like he reside in the fucking local Chicago cemetery now.
besides Tommy is my favorite character, and I'm happy to utilizing this nigga once again because I thought they were just gonna push him up to the back burner, but it looks like they might leg him back into the big storylines. So we saw at the end of episode 3, D-Mac took the gun that Tommy gave to JP. Now, I didn't expect him or them to use it so early on within the season, literally the next fucking episode, but I'm glad that they did once again. D-Mac went and popped this nigga. He talked to Tommy earlier within this episode about getting back into the business. He wants to work, he wants to make money, shit like that, and Tommy told him no, if he do that, if he see him in the streets, he might have to take him out himself. But D-Mac didn't fucking listen. He went and he popped the Sheamus nigga. Now, that nigga is a part of the CPD. This is gonna bounce back on them heavy. So
just real quick, Tommy not killing D-Mac. I don't give a fuck if D-Mac shot at Tommy. He not killing D-Mac.
we gotta see how that continues to play out. And D-Mac, I don't know if Tommy will continue to push him away or just allow him back in and see that he can't do it anymore. He might give that nigga the Tariq treatment. You remember when Tommy went and hung that nigga Tariq off the fucking roof because he went and stole product for him?
Yo, I remember that in the original Power. Yo, bro, he pulled a Batman. You know what? Batman fucking interrogating one of the bad guys and he hanging that nigga over a building and like talk. Like, yo, I'm telling you now, I forgot. Yo, maybe this nigga D-Mac, yo, maybe he need to be hung over the 32nd floor of the Marriott. Maybe that'll straighten this nigga up.
Him and shit like that. And then Tariq killed his dad. He might not want D-Mac to turn out like that. Nobody wants their son or nephew or anything to turn out like Tariq. So he might give that nigga the Tariq treatment sooner or later. But D-Mac, I'm glad they utilizing this nigga once again. We gotta see how this continues to play out. I'm hoping they don't just push him into the background once again. Don't fucking do that. Like, he has too much promise within his story, and they actually introduced a love interest for him within the season, so I think they are gonna have him in more scenes doing his own thing.
That nigga D-Mac
side of shit. So that's gonna be interesting to see, and I can't fucking wait. But once again, D-Mac popped the Sheamus nigga. At least Diamond don't gotta pay him no money no more. At least they wrapped up that whole storyline. But moving on.
Oh my fucking
I
goodness.
just lost thousands of dollars as a business until I started running my creatives on Snapchat ads. Right now, if you set up an ad account and spend $300,
he said Snapchat made me a millionaire. Nigga, Snapchat made me a pussy-aire.
No. And last up, the Flynn family civil war. Now, if you want more details about this, I literally just dropped a video 2 days ago talking about the Flynn family. How
Yo,
they
I gotta
started a
pause this
civil
shit real
war
quick,
and
man. Yo, I'm telling you, the minute that I seen them fucking Flynn sitting on them steps, I was like, yo, we gotta fucking chug this shit. Matter of fact, I need another one.
and how this leads to Tommy getting revenge on Claudia for Liliana's death. So you could check out that whole deep diving video because I go into full details. Of course, this is a quick recap and breakdown, so I can't do all that, but we did get new information within this episode. So we saw throughout this whole season, of course, Vic not fucking with Walter. He killed Gloria, shit like that. So Vic is working back with him under the pretenses that,
yo, you don't trip me out. Like, that nigga Vic, that nigga is Good Luck Charlie. I mean, he's not Good Luck Charlie. That nigga was, what was that nigga's name? Not Spencer. Oh, it was Spencer from Good Luck Charlie. I remember watching that nigga on Disney when I was like probably like 12. And now to see what he up to, now to see that he went from dating Teddy, you know, babysitting and all that, to catching bodies in front of his dad? Just snitching. That nigga told. Don't forget, he was in the car. He was like, yo, bro. He was like, man, they got pills. They got weed. Nigga, they might have an open container in that goddamn car. Get the cops down here now. Nigga, bro. Streets is in shambles, but god damn it, the Flynns. I mean, bro, they make shambles look like paradise.
that their family should again he's gonna take control once Walter is gone, but Vic of course is planning to dismantle the whole organization one brick at a fucking time. And we saw that within the last episode where they were working with these two new guys and Vic called the police, snitched on this nigga, told him he had opioids in a briefcase, and then he popped and killed
that nigga Vic. That nigga had 911 on speed dial.
The other nigga. So Vic, he's been setting moves into motion. Claudia, within this episode, we see she want to fast pace that. I talk about in that video I just showed you guys, talking about the Civil War, that her fight for hunger and power is getting out of control. She, within this episode, makes a deal with the Serbs to go behind Walter's back, and she aligns once again with her brother Vic. Now, we saw earlier this season, they already had problems teaming up because Claudia does shit without getting any fucking type of notice or talking to her partners at all. We saw that earlier in the season once again when Claudia killed the doc without Vic knowing, just going to do the shit because she thought the doc released the whole formula for Dahlia when it was of course Tommy. So now they're working together again with the Serbs against their father, and Vic says within this episode, if Walter finds out, they both have a bullet with their name on it. And this girl Claudia says they need to take him out first. She basically say he already got 1 foot.
Yo, I really did call that shit. I said it's about time either a fucking kid smoking on a parent pack or one of the fucking parents send the fucking kid back to heaven, you know? I mean, you know, I called it though.
In a grave. I don't actually remember when she found out about his illness, but he does. And she said they could take him out swifter than that, fast, get rid of him. And even though Vic don't fuck with his father, he's not trying to just kill him. That's a little bit too cold-blooded, a little too heartless. And once
he ain't Tariq.
In that deep dive video, I talk about how Claudia, he's gonna eventually see this is not his sister anymore. She's fighting for too much power and control. Like, she's losing it. She's the girl version of Jannar, and we see she's getting deeper and deeper. And this whole season, she has been trying to align with everybody. She's probably, between both seasons, had an alliance within every character in both fucking sides. She aligned with Tommy, of course, with the Dahlia shit. She talked to Jannard earlier in the season, just aligned with the Serbs. Like, she's just trying to form any alliance, any way, shape, or form she could see to gain power and control, she goes for. And now Walter got a lot of shit going on with Paulie. Paulie went and visited one of his enemies and shit like that, so he got rid of that nigga. So now he's losing value.
Nah, bro, he benched that nigga Paulie, bro. He took that nigga out the game. He told that nigga, he said, yo, you lucky you fucks with my sister, nigga, or you be a pack right now. He said, "Bro, I was about to give you the directions to heaven." Nah, bro. I ain't gonna lie. The show won't be the same without you, Paulie.
Valuable and loyal men, and he got his 2 kids trying to take him down, and he doesn't see it coming. So once again, I said this nigga Walter will be dying by the end of the season. I said he's gonna go out in a blaze of glory, or I expect him to. He's not going down by cancer. That's just not his character.
Y'all don't think that nigga terminal illness? Y'all don't think that nigga gonna put? Y'all don't think? I can't remember. Was it cancer? I don't remember what his terminal illness was, but whatever he was sick with, y'all don't think that shit gonna bury that nigga 6 feet deep? Y'all don't think Walter going out, peacefully? They gonna fucking like take the drugs out of that nigga? You know what I'm saying? Turn the breathing machine off. Walter go out surrounded by loving family? Nah. No, bro, no way that nigga Walter go out like Denzel Washington. And nah. Y'all remember when that nigga was Electro in Spider-Man? You remember when that nigga got sent back to that other realm? Nah, y'all think that's how this nigga going out? Y'all really think Walter gonna get clipped? Y'all think Walter gonna get shot like that nigga Walter White in Breaking Bad? No.
Character type, like, bro, he's gonna go out shooting at the very least. And I think once again this is gonna pin Vic and Claudia against one another, because Vic is gonna see it as Claudia's going too far. She's too far gone. Once again, I talked about deep dive. Go check that video out. I talked about how all these kills she's getting from the very beginning. She killed the girl she was working with, then she killed the fucking Doc, she killed Liliana, and then she killed that other nigga who was stalking her, stabbed him in his eye, shot him. So she's off her fucking, she's out her mind right now. That's all I can really say about her, and I think she's just gonna continue to get worse and worse and worse.
She must have stopped by Jannar's place too.
Ultimately into this family is completely split apart, so we got to continue to see how all that plays out. But yeah, the Flynn family civil war is definitely on the rise. As far as the preview trailer, only information we get is that within this next episode, Claudia is gonna try to take down Walter. Now, there's a specific shot and scene right here where she is holding a gun, she's hugging Vic, everything like that. Now, this could be the scene where they find out that he's finally dead, the shit is over, everything of the sort. Or I think this is the scene where the 2 siblings completely split apart and the civil war is up in the air. Once again, I highly suggest you guys go check out my video breaking down this full situation, because I saw that shit coming. I think in this next episode, I think Vic might save Walter's life, and I think Claudia is not going to be fucking with this, and she might point a gun at Vic, might threaten to take him out, and at that moment he's going to realize ain't no talking sense into her. That's not his sister anymore, and they're gonna be forever at odds. They already been at odds basically both seasons, but now I think it's gonna come to an end within this next episode. You guys let me know what you think about.
Y'all gotta let me know what you think about that in the comment section. If you enjoy the vid, like, sub. Don't forget to sub to my man's Top Nuts to watch, and we'll catch you on the next one.